You're not burned out. You're under supported. Let that bother you for a second. If that hits you in your chest, then this episode is definitely for you. Have you ever looked at your calendar, your mission, your clients, your team, your vision, and thought, why do I feel heavy doing the thing that I know that I'm called to do? That question right there, that's where we're starting, because too many brilliant leaders are calling exhaustion normal. Too many nonprofit founders, too many executives, they are wearing overexhaustion like a badge. Too many experts are confusing doing everything themselves and then want to call it leadership. And it's costing you, it's costing them. Maybe you felt it. That's right, because I'm talking to you. You're serving people, you're doing meaningful work, you're showing up, you're holding everything together, but behind the scenes, you feel stretched. You feel stretched thin, reactive, and secretly tired. Not because the mission is wrong, but because you're becoming the system. And that's never sustainable. So today, we're going to talk about a little bit about truth as it pertains to support. Let's talk about visibility, about why trying to do all the things is slowing your growth, and why the breakthrough you know you need, it's being caught up because you are confusing it because of the hustle. You don't need more hustle, but better structure. So stay with me, because this may be the conversation that you didn't realize or even know that you needed. Can I tell you a story real quick? I remember preparing for a live session once, setting the cameras, the slides, the guests coming in, mic check, checking all the links, making sure everything was uploading right, lower thirds, you name it. Something wasn't syncing. The tech wasn't teching. And I remember thinking, how am I supposed to be fully present and fully produce this thing at the same time? And there it was, the realization for me. Sometimes what we call burnout is really friction. Too much friction, too much carrying, too much being the whole machine. And maybe you know that feeling. Maybe you've been trying to be the CEO, you've been trying to be the tech, you're the visionary, you're the editor, you're the executive director, you're doing the social media, you're running the whole department. You're the speaker, you're the sound engineer, you're everywhere. You're too many places and you're what? You're stretched thin. So you're being brilliant at getting burned out under logistics. That's not leadership. That's overload. Listen, high-level leaders don't run every button. They run vision. Yeah, that's a clip right there. Because somebody listening has normalized doing too much. Is that you? And you need to lovingly disrupt that. Because what if you're not tired from purpose? What if you're tired from poor support? What if you're tired from trying to do everything, trying to carry everything? And you know what? That changes everything when you're tired from poor support. Let me give you something practical. 3 signs to know that you may be under-supported, not burnt out. Number 1, your visibility disappears when you get busy. If your content stops every time the client work picks up, that's not discipline problem. That is a system problem, because visibility shouldn't vanish when demand increases. That's when it matters most. Everything runs through who? It runs through you. Every post, every email, every decision, every tech setup, every follow-up. If nothing moves unless you move it, you may be the bottleneck. And let me say this, and let me say it with love. Sometimes the visionary becomes the traffic jam. Woo! You're doing important work, but documenting none of it. This is for my nonprofit leaders especially. This is where things begin to change, right? Lives are changing, programs are moving, transformations is happening. But where is the proof trail? Where is the visibility impact story? Because impacting people, it can't be seen because you're not documenting anything. You don't have the infrastructure. And this oftentimes interrupt what? The funds, and it hurts the flow. I've seen organizations do incredible work in the community and lose opportunity. Not because the work wasn't needed, but because the story wasn't what? You already know what I'm going to say. Visible. That's painful, but it is preventative because support doesn't just help us or help you. You need to take a breath. Support helps people believe. That's the bar. You need to write that down. Can I challenge you? I need you to stop glorifying carrying too much and saying, I wear many hats. Who says that? Maybe. But some hats, did you know that some hats, they're actually expensive, right? We think they're cute, but they come at a cost. But you continue to keep on wearing them. Some hats cost you growth. Some hats, I know. Some hats actually cost you peace. Some hats are costing you visibility. And some hats need to be simply delegated till tomorrow. How about some of those hats need to be delegated to somebody else? Because every hour spent fighting back-end friction is an hour not spent leading. And if you lead something meaningfully that matters, you have a responsibility. You're not burnt out. You are under-supported. Sometimes that visionary becomes the traffic jam. Impact people can't see often becomes impact people don't fund. Support doesn't just stop. It stops you from breathing. It stops the breath. Support helps people believe. High-level leaders don't run everything. They don't click every button. They run the vision. Visibility should not disappear when demand increases. Here's your adjustment. I need you to ask yourself this week, what am I doing right now that someone else or a system, an infrastructure, could be helping me carry? I really want you to be honest. Is it production? Is it content repurposing? Is it video editing? Could it be social media management? Hey, could it even be podcast support? Could it be tech for a webinar, something that you could evergreen that could definitely work and save you time later? Where is friction still present right now? Start here. Start with one shift, one support decision, one system, one thing that will tighten up your infrastructure, that will tighten up the support of your back end. That may be your big breakthrough, not another strategy, simply what? Support. And if you're listening, say this with me. Good, because awareness is where alignment starts. You're not failing. You may just be carrying leadership in a way that you were never meant to. And there's always another way. If this episode exposed your visibility gap, don't sit on it. I invite you to actually take the visibility assessment. You can click the link right in the show notes. Grab that clarity that you need that may be slowing you down, your growth, your presence, because guessing is what? It can be very expensive. It's time for you to allow your clarity to scale. Before you go, don't just agree with this, act on it. Make the necessary adjustment. Take the visibility assessment that's in the notes. Get clear on what you need support on. Because if they don't know you, they can't choose you, and they most certainly won't fund you. And if your brilliance stay buried in overload, too many people miss what you carry. Do something today that your future self will thank you for today and tomorrow. Make you a priority, and what? Everybody wins. And I'll see you in the next episode. I'm Shawanna Kennedy. Bye for now.